right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hello. How is everyone doing? We're going to jump into some more news because there's always some news going on somewhere. But of course, we're going to be into crypto news once more, and just stuff revolving around that sector because it's most important. Again, we are in January 2025, so we're going to see a lot, in my personal opinion, a lot of different changes to come here in this month. So let's dive in. We've got a post here Ripple Lord shared, and let's go ahead and check this out.
Are offered from places that I would call sunny places for shady people.
Could you give an example?
Well, I think we all know the kind of locations that we're talking about. So we need to have a global framework to regulate this. It doesn't make sense to just have national approaches. I think this is truly global in nature. And so we have been working concretely, and then I'll stop, on updating our regulations on global stablecoin arrangements and coming forward with a new set of recommendations for what we call unbacked crypto assets or other crypto assets. They are now in the open for consultation. So we are looking forward very much for sort of the responses.
It's the first pitch of the panel, people.
Yeah, and then we hope to finalize these two sets of recommendations by the summer of this year. Many of...
Right, so here we're just getting a glimpse of what's happening, and it's been going on for a while. This is nothing new. If you are new to this space, of course, it's new to you, and there's nothing wrong. But so again, when we talk about stable coins, the way that any business, we're talking businesses here, business, enterprises, institutions, banks, countries are going to want to transact is in something stable that they know amid that transaction, nothing crazy is going to happen. It's stability, and this is why so many stable coins exist. But at the same token, why some stable coins will disappear is because they have to have proof. And I know we say, oh, but the whole purpose of crypto is a trustless system. And that is the whole purpose, right? But as long as people are behind it, at some point, is it really ever going to be trustless? Because you can't trust, a human. Anything can cause us to sway in action, right? But that's how banks and institutions are going to want to have it. As far as sketchy trading, right? So you talk about meme coins. This is all sketchy. And when we talk about tech, we're not talking sketchy because tech has a use case, right? So, for instance, let's say artificial intelligence is making transactions happen. Let's create an example. We'll create an example like hours, a job. Person's at a job, and they hit the clock, and each hour that they're on the clock, artificial intelligence tracks it, and then and as it tracks it, it puts a currency right into that wallet for each hour worked. It's trustless, right? It's artificial intelligence following a program. The program says for every hour this employee works, XYZ token or crypto is to be dropped into this wallet, and it just will do it, right? So oh my god, if you all could just imagine the endless possibilities. But this is just an example. So let's continue with the example. We're not going to use XRP because everybody wants to talk about XRP, and as wonderful as it is, it's not the only cryptocurrency out there that can do what it does. We'll take on something, a derivative, right? We can look at XLM, and then from XLM, you can follow it down to stuff like VLO, SHX. It's so many things that come from. We'll just throw up an institutional one, SHX. Now, let's say SHX says, okay, for this company, my employees, for every hour my employee works, I want X amount of SHX tokens to go in there, right? Or I want 1 USDC. No, 1 USDC. That's crazy. Who gets paid that an hour? So let's say the person gets paid $22 an hour. I don't know. Just shits and giggles. So it says, okay, for every hour this employee works, they're going to receive 22 USDC, and we're going to use SHX Enterprise Network. And then so SHX is already automatically converted. The AI is going to convert it into, because the SHX is going to be sitting in a pool for the company in the company's wallet, which means the transaction is going to say, okay, we're going to take from this wallet, we're going to convert it into, it's going to be an automatic transaction because it knows to do it. Smart contract. It's going to convert that, right? And this is just an example of creativity of what can happen. It'll take X amount of SHX to do $22 of USDC, and then send that as a transaction into that employee's wallet. You see how this really becomes important. So we've got a tech side, so we're talking smart contracts, AI, technology. We have institutional money movement, money management, converting and putting these things into tokenized assets. So you, even though these things may not be what you say guaranteed, that like SHX, the price can be volatile. It can go up and down. XLM up and down. XRP up and down. The stable coin is the thing that's supposed to stay the same. So yes, you would still need those other cryptocurrencies to exist, and that's because it offers a option. It offers a option for the institution, the company, the business to operate how they so choose to operate. They can choose any currency they want to trust to do these things. Again, that's just an example, but you got to look at the bigger picture. So, the world looks and understands this whole system. And that's why we're going into this system. No ifs and buts about it. If you don't know it, you're just out there by yourself, because for everybody else that's been in this crypto space, we've been knowing this for years. We're just going to let it do what it do. All right. Let's see. Good Morning Crypto posted. Arthur Brito is one of the co-founders of Ripple Labs and co-designer of the XRP Ledger. He played a significant role in the early development of Ripple alongside David Schwartz and Jacob Michaela. Let me see. He basically put out some information that the XRP Ledger needs to be able to scale to serve 7.5 billion people and even more devices. So yes, it's true that XRP is going to serve a lot of people, but even still, and I'll just say this from my personal understanding, there are networks that do the same thing, that don't get talked about as much. And again, these things derive from, and so that I do not believe XRP is going to carry the world, right? Not going to happen. I do personally think that a lot of big institutions and even countries will want to use XRP Ledger, and I'll just give you my thoughts on why that is, if you care. I'll just give my thoughts. So in my thoughts, XRP, even though we knew it wasn't a security, had to be put on trial in front of the whole world. So it can be proven, right, that it's no shady business. They had to show you that there was a person or group of people that they could put on trial for anything that happens. And this is the people working for Ripple's network. The most famous person you saw and you still see is Brad Garlinghouse. Not the only person, but that's the one you mainly see and everybody mostly talks about. So that whole episode, right, was, in my personal opinion, just so the world can see there is a group of people we can put on trial if this shit goes upside down. So don't sweat it. And they went through this whole process. And then during the whole process, these people went back and forth. Nothing changed. The country still kept using the said asset, XRP. So I think all that was for countries, institutions, enterprises, corporations, big business, big banks, nothing to do with us small people. Take it how you want to take it. That's just how I see it. Now, The reason why I feel like it's just for them and not anybody else is because if you just look at some of the things the other networks do, for instance, XLM, Velo, SHX, stuff like Algorand, HBAR, XDC, all these other networks do the same thing, and they're just as fast. I don't know if you've ever done a HBAR transaction, but ooh, that thing's fast. Algorand, ooh, that thing's fast. XDC, that thing's fast. XLM, ooh, that's fast. And of course, SHX and Velo, because they run on the XLM network. So now we start talking about smaller businesses, grocery stores, grocery chains, and stuff like that. Now you can see how they can be in have the same access without having to have access, right? They can use all these other fast networks, which are trusted. Tried and true. XLM runs USDC on XLM, which means you have to have XLM to convert into the USDC through their wallet. And then in that wallet, you can then carry USDC that's running on Stellar Lumen's network to make that instantaneous fast transaction. Without being technical and clunky and whatnot, you cannot move a USDC that's slated to a XLM network on an Ethereum network, because the addresses and the way it moves, that's not how that works. And so that's why you have to have those current assets, tokens, to convert. All right, that's a lot to get into, but let's continue. XRP Well posted, XRP is ready to break out hard. 25% of healthcare in Africa is delivered by private facilities. XRP Healthcare says innovative approach to Uganda strengthen this vital sector, improving patient outcomes and operational efficiency. That to me, I'm like, ooh, wow, right? On the XRP network, you're able to information back and forth, data and everything else, right? So it's like, this to me, just my personal opinion, seems to be something that will actually grow in use. And it's, again, operating on the XRP network. And this is not a channel for XRP. This is a news channel. So before you all just jump up and go crazy, it's not that life around here. All right, let's continue. Bullish, right? We're pleased to announce that Ripple's regulated stablecoin RLUSD is now available on the Bullish. I think this is an exchange. I have not used it, right? I'll probably check it out. I have not used it. So starting today, eligible regions can trade the following markets: RLUSD for USDC, BTC for RLUSD, XRP for RLUSD. Now this is something that's necessary. More and more exchanges to swap out for RLUSD. And that's pretty impressive that you can swap Bitcoin for it. But again, it's through an exchange, so they're doing things differently, not like you do in a wallet. But let's continue. We're just going to move on right on through this, just to get through some news. Just a little bit of coffee to get that day started. 25 hours awake. Global banks will likely move around 20 trillion. Global banks will likely move around 20 trillion using Ripple, and that will move through the XRP ledger. I don't know how true that could be. Just up in, that's like, I don't know. Speculation, I don't know, but let's continue. The top DeFi token on the XRP ledger, CTF token, is primed for explosive growth. Imagine this: CTF token skyrocketing from $1.20 to $748.50 per token. Just imagine that, right? We're talking imagination. We don't want imagination. Let's hear what he's got to say.
President, the crypto industry has embraced Trump. Trump has embraced the crypto industry.
He really has. He really has.
I think it's very genuine, and I think he sees the opportunity. He sees innovation. He sees entrepreneurship. And look, I'm very excited about what the future holds. I'll point out, if you were saying that XRP is up 70+%. Since Election Day, the best performing crypto assets are all U.S. companies or U.S. technologies. this shouldn't be a surprise. The United States SEC has been manipulating and putting pressure on these U.S. companies, U.S. technologies, and now that pressure comes off and they explode upwards. So we shouldn't be surprised by that.
So that
Interesting indeed. Yes, we know this has been floating around forever. But I don't know how I would take that and just grab that. Pure optimism, nothing wrong with that. But to me, I don't know, right? I just don't know. We'll leave that in the air. All right, John E. Deaton, a crypto warning. As crypto prices rise and new people enter the space, that's true. We're talking retail market there. So do scammers. Yes, and scammers are clever. They want your crypto. Some scamming operations are quite sophisticated, whether related to your private wallet or an exchange account. Most people want to get you to give up those keys so they can gain access to your wallet. Or if they can get your information so that they can call an exchange, for instance, Coinbase, because you can actually contact people through Coinbase. And then, lie your way into somebody's account, get access, pull all their crypto out. It says, if you get an email with a link, do not click the link unless you are, I guess you know it. Let's see. What happened? Where'd they go? Oh, here. Bring me back there. Okay. Some scamming operations are quite sophisticated, whether related to your private wallet or exchange account. If you get an email with a link, do not click the link unless you are 100% certain it's legit. And even then, be suspicious. Make sure you have a two-factor set up with your accounts, and never share passwords or C phrases. This is an important announcement. Some people might say or think, if you're dumb enough to share your password, you deserve to lose the bag. No innocent person deserves to be robbed, tricked, or cheated out of their hard-earned savings, which is important because, as you know, when you come into the space, you have no idea until you lose money. Then you're like, oh, wow, I just got scammed. So when somebody who's been scammed tells you, look out for scammers, they've been scammed. And facts. It's not nice, not pretty to see money that you've made. Even though you might not have spent much money to make that money, it doesn't matter. The possibilities and potential of that money is gone. All right, these scammers are sophisticated and create a sense of urgency and fear. Yes, they try to scare the daylights out of you. You're going to lose all of your money. Quick, hurry, do this. In a true moment of panic, anyone can make a tragic mistake that seems stupid in hindsight. Then it goes on, true story, but we're not going to go through all that. The main thing here is, if you're new to the space, don't follow emails and text messages. Leave that stuff alone. Here's the thing to do. If you ever feel like something's going on with an account, even your bank account, go straight to the account. Don't go anywhere else. Don't go call directly to your bank. Okay, and if you're using an exchange for cryptocurrency, don't open any of that stuff. Leave it. Don't open the email. Don't open the text message. Just delete the stuff. Then go straight to your exchange account, open it up, and see if there's any transactions that have happened. If no transactions have happened, keep it moving. Delete and report for what you say is delete and report for scam or something. Because eventually these people are all going to get caught, and what happens after that. All right, we're going to continue moving right along. Crypto Geek breaking: BlackRock is buying 20 trillion in XRP, $149.24 per XRP, basically coming. Yeah. If you poured, and this isn't necessarily true, right? But you know what? Let's just see what they say. Hold on.
So Ripple has just literally confirmed that the $30 to $50 trillion will in fact flow into the XRP ledger after a major partnership with Archax, a real-world asset tokenization and exchange firm. And this was public because even the CEO of Archax came out and declared the same situation. 30 trillion facilitated using RWA tokenization on Archax through the XRP ledger. He also emphasized that there may not be enough to go around in terms of total supply for XRP, and that supply shock could happen at any moment. And this is what has really been causing Ripple Labs to continuously buy more and more XRP, hinting that a large-scale buyback could happen at any moment. In fact, just in the last couple hours, 900 million XRP has been purchased and then transferred from an anonymous wallet, which is likely the purchase wallet of Ripple Labs, to the Ripple Labs main holding wallet. And to top it all off, the XRP price is said to absolutely reflect the mass supply shortage that we're about to see in XRP, and also the trillions of dollars said to be facilitated through the XRP ledger. In fact, a reporter and an analyst has constantly revealed the real price of XRP. Him, going by the name of 25 Hours Awake, emphasized that XRP would hit $1.81 when Bitcoin reaches 97,000. And as soon as it happened, we've seen the price of XRP not just hit $1.81, but skyrocket to a price as of now of around $2.45, even hitting a high of around $2.50 just in the last couple hours. Now, at the time of when he emphasized that price in Bitcoin hit 97,000, the XRP price surpassed even higher than that, hitting about $2.70.
Right. So, of course, you can follow that whole video there. Crypto Geek shared it. And yeah, you know, so this is just how I see things, and I could be dead wrong. So let me just say that first. I honestly believe that what we're all seeing right now in the crypto market is retail. At just like $3 trillion in the total market, the whole market of cryptocurrency right now. Like years ago, the all-time high got to like 3.4 trillion. And yes, a lot of people made good money, but it's 3.4 trillion at the time. That was the last bull market where things were crazy, right? I was there for that. And then, you know, last year, after Trump made that out loud statement, you know, obviously the retail market jumped, and then we saw the I believe it got up to 3.7 trillion total market. And when I say total market, I'm talking about the whole crypto market, like all the money in the crypto space that's recorded on chain, not behind the counter stuff, because I don't know how that works. But I just say that we can see almost 3.7, I believe. And like that's not anything, right? So I believe we've only seen the retail market, and I'm waiting, people that I talk to about this stuff, we're waiting for the institutional money to come in. You know, you look at the United States, 30-some trillion dollars in debt. How much do we have in assets and value here? Like 187 trillion. Like, wow, it's big money, right? Is that the people's money, retail? No, that's the corporations, the institutions, the big banks, the big businesses. That's the money and assets they're holding. Well, what do you mean? They not only hold the building, they hold all the stuff inside the building. They hold all different things, right? Equipment, the building, the money being made, the stuff being made, and it just spreads. And it's just one example of just looking at businesses and how their assets contribute to the $187 trillion worth of value in assets in the United States. Debtclock.org, don't take my word for it. So anyways, when we talk about stuff like that, institutional, what is 3 trillion? It's nothing. So yes, I think we're looking at retail. That's why you see the money going in a circle. So if you think about it, you'll be like, okay, oh wow, big news came out. XRP goes up, right? Ooh. Then a few hours later or a day later, It's you pick a coin, any coin, right? The H bar, right? Oh, some big news comes out for H bar. Well, money flows out of XRP, retail market, that is. Money flows out of XRP, flows into XDC. Oh, PayPay, PP, pow, whatever, right? So money flows out of a bunch of cryptos and goes flying over there into PayPay. You see how the money's circulating? So money's moving around because that's retail market, right? That's people on emotions and listening to different articles and news, and people manipulate them into sending their money. And I'll say this, let's just imagine somebody's over here saying, ooh, PayPay, true story. This is what's happening. So you take your money out of, let's say, XRP, and a bunch of other assets, you start dollar cost that. Well, you don't need dollar cost average because you're new. So you just yank out a bunch of money. Let's say I'm going to take $5,000 out of all those coins and I'm going to flow it right to PayPay because, oh yeah, big news, PayPay's going up. So the people that pump that PayPay news, right? They're like, oh wow, look at all this money flowing in. Oh man. And then they're holding a lot of PayPay. So they go from being a $50,000 value to $125,000 value. And guess what they could do? They can pull money out. They can sell off PayPay, right? So that's to me retail market. Institutional markets, they're not in that world. Institutional markets have a need, and their need says, okay, well, we need to be able to do X, Y, Z, so we don't care. We're holding all of this XRP. Because they're not going to hold PayPay. Nobody's going to hold that. Like, that's retailers. That's like retailers trying to get rich. Banks, institutions, businesses are not interested in any of that. That is crazy. That is like going to the casino or getting on one of these apps to bet on a freaking sports game. That is crazy. Like no institutions or banks are living that life. They're not doing that. That's not how you make money anyway. Like, everybody knows gambling is not how you make money. You need a strategy. You need information. You need to be informed. You need to know what's going on. If you think about, I'm getting long-winded, but if you think about, I'm going to end the video here shortly, but if you think about how they say, oh, it's so illegal, insider trading. Look at these Republican politicians. I can't pick either side does it. It's politicians. They're in the know. They know this information. This is going to happen, and they're being told because of the lobbyists, right? The people that are paying them to do. They say, oh, well, something's going to happen with this company. So it's going to happen 2 weeks from now. And then they're like, oh, wow, let's go ahead and get our money out on this day. So we set up a, whatever to get the money out, and the money comes out, and then it dumps. And when it dumps, they say, okay, well, now let's go back in and buy up at this low price so we can get even more. And that's insider trading, right? People get rich that way. That's not gambling. No, that's actually illegal activity. One, isn't that illegal? But it's knowledge and information, all right? So they say you buy on the rumor and you sell on the news, because by the time the news comes out, yeah, you can go and get rid of it. Don't be buying. It's the same thing as don't buy when you're in the green. If something happens, oh, PayPay. I'm not okaying dealing and gambling and casino stuff. That's crazy. But somebody says, oh, PayPay, it's in the news, and now it's pumping. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm going to take that 5,000 now. It's pumping now. I'm going to take that 5,000 out and I'm going to bring it over here. These are all the rookie mistakes, right? Because, hey, I lived that life, and hey, it's not cool. When that stuff is pumping in the green, you don't pay it no mind. Oh, but I'm going to miss out. That's called FOMO. You've already missed out. Just let it go. Keep learning and moving around, because other investments stick out like a sore thumb. You just got to look for them. And that's all pretty much you're doing anyway, is you're essentially, it's not stocks, but essentially what you're doing is you're buying up assets on the belief that somebody else is going to want them, and they'll be willing to pay you more than what you paid to get them. And that's how you intend to make money. And there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, there is, being a citizen of the United States, they want their share of the profit, right? So yes, we'll be dealing with that too. And I'm just going to say, Yeah, I've been reporting and I've been filing taxes. You got to report that stuff because, I mean, you don't control the United States. I don't control it. I wish, it is what it is. We don't control it. Anyways, that got long-winded. I'm going to end the news that we got there, and I'll catch you in another one.